How long should you meditate for? And how long should you meditate for to really feel the shift? So I'm going to talk about this today, and then I'm going to lead us on to a meditation with some light language. So if that's what you are curious about and you really could use a pause today, stay tuned. My name's Rebecca Abraxas, and this channel is all about remembering our greatness together. All right, so how long should you meditate for? Well, when you're starting out, or even if like you're not starting out, like 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, like whatever you can do in your schedule. And as you start noticing the benefits of just taking that like 2 to 10 minute pause, it may be important to take a look at what we prioritize in our lives. So I have really noticed in my life that when I meditate for a good chunk of time, life is different. My emotional reactions are different. My outlook is different. So if we could actually put it on the schedule like it was something we had to do, like eating, like, our bedtime ritual, like going to the store, like whatever it is. So I go back and forth with that because some days, it's like you feel really good and you're like, I don't need to meditate. And then you go a few days like that, and all of a sudden I find myself like, stumbling in my life. So how long should you meditate for? I really believe that someone should meditate for as long as it takes to feel this shift. And what do I mean by the shift? There is a moment in your meditation where the mind just dissolves. It just all of a sudden stops. And it's pretty quick. It's not like gradual. Sometimes it's gradual, but sometimes it's just all of a sudden it just dissolves. It stops. And there is, I can't explain it any other way except that there's just this alignment and it feels like this inside. Whoosh. And all of a sudden there is this calm that washes over me. And there's this like palpable inner peace. And I feel like this is when I've aligned with my source self, that I amness, my God self, that greatness of me. And I just kind of, that's the shift I'm talking about. And rarely do I feel that shift before 20 minutes. Today it took 25 minutes. In the past, as I was really starting to get into meditation and stuff, sometimes it would take 40 minutes. My recommendation would be to start meditating. However, time, maybe you get to that shift in 10 minutes, maybe 15, maybe 30 minutes, maybe 40, maybe 45, maybe an hour. But start meditating with the goal of, I'm not going to move off this chair until I feel the shift. And when you do feel the shift, let yourself marinate, at least be in it for like 5 more minutes. Okay. Now, the more you practice this way, that you practice to feel the shift, to come into the shift, the more it's going to be kind of like a second nature. So you'll notice that if you do this every day, the shift may start happening quicker. And the shift, you'll be able to live with that frequency longer throughout your day. This is how I've seen it happen. This is how I've experienced it. So you give it a try and let me know. Come back and let me know in the comments like what works for you. But um, this has been my experience. So what we practice, we become. So if we practice being this source self and this deep inner peace, we practice being it, then we're going to be it more often off the meditation chair. So that's my 2 cents about that. But by all means, if you really have a busy day, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, just take a pause. That's really important. And if you can really schedule into your week at least 3 times to go for at least 30 minutes to really track that shift, I'm just curious how that will open up your life to more inner peace, less reactivity, and being able to listen more for guidance from our truest nature rather than guidance from our active minds or guidance from the news, right? Or guidance from other voices that have talked to us in our past. There's a lot of thoughts and beliefs that we think are guidance, but really they're just uh, the subconscious wounding kind of coming up and guiding us. We really want to get clear with what and who is guiding us. And it's to our benefit to be guided by our highest self. And that takes some practice knowing what that is. Because a lot of times in meditations we'll get like, there's, thoughts, there's things just popping up. And sometimes we think that is appropriate guidance. And it's a guidance for one timeline. But what timeline do you want to be on? If you want to be on the highest ascension timeline of your life, you're going to have to follow the guidance from your source self and learning how to discern what's what. Meditation can help you with that. And learning how to meditate until the shift, because that's the flavor. That's the flavor of the guidance that you want to be listening to. It's very peaceful. It's very expansive. And so the practice that I do is I meditate to that shift, marinate it in 5, 10, 15 more minutes. Then from there, I take a pen and paper and I do an automatic writing. I ask for guidance from that space and that frequency. And that's what comes up. So and something did come up today, and I'm going to make that video. That'll be the next video I upload, maybe tomorrow. But what I'd like to do for our rest of the time together is just lead us into a meditation today together with some light language. So this is your moment. So maybe you'll feel the shift within this meditation. Maybe you won't. Maybe you will stop the video and keep meditating after this and just go to that point of shift. So find a comfortable place to be. Okay, hopefully quiet. That's a little easier. And just close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Let it all out. I'll just do some talking, then do some light language, and then I'll do some talking to bring us out. So enjoy this meditation, and may you start to discern where the shift is. Tuning in to your heart space, allowing yourself to reside in your heart, taking your focus away from your head, bringing it into your heart space. If placing your hands on your heart helps you do that, go for it. Go for it. All right, now breathe into your chest. Feel your heart space expand and contract with the breath. If there's any thoughts that are coming through, allow them to be, but imagine them in a little bubble and watch them float away. As each thought comes through, don't engage it. Just put it in a bubble and let it float away. Keep letting them float away as they come in. The thoughts are coming in and out. They're just frequencies, in and out. Just allow. Notice your breath. Say within yourself, in during the inhale, out during the exhale. In, smile, exhale, release. And feel yourself getting calmer and calmer, being present right here, right now. Notice where you are, what you're feeling and sensing. Have you shifted in to that deep calm, inner peace, source self? Sometimes the light language can help you get there a little quicker. Notice if you feel the difference, if you feel the shift. If you have noticed the shift, I invite you to sit for 5-10 more minutes in this shift to really anchor it in. And if you have not felt the shift, I invite you to turn YouTube off and sit for the next 10-20 minutes until you feel the shift. And I hope the light language contributed to your shift. Namaste.